Previously on Angelica Hicks. Just kidding. In my last analysis video, I looked at my friend's seasonal color, but today we'll fall down the styling rabbit hole. Yeah. And by fall, I mean a full-on avalanche. Even though I spent a good 48 hours researching and cross-analyzing my friend Sarah's results, I'm still deep diving and discovering new helpful tips and tricks to looking your best. But I'll spare you the thesis paper. For today's video, we'll be looking at her face type, also known as calotype, and I hope I'm saying that right. Basically, a face type analysis developed in Japan. It aims to help people find the best style, or I guess more like styling guides, to flatter your natural features. Often paired with skeletal diagnosis, but we'll get into that later in the video. If you're new here, hey, this is a continuation of my previous video where I gave my friend a color analysis. If you want to pause this video and watch that one, I'll leave the iCard here for you. And if you're not new, welcome back. If you're enjoying this style of video, let me know with a like or tell me in the comments. And if I've said it once, I'll say it again. I don't post on a schedule, so if you'd like to catch all my future videos, please consider subscribing. All right, formalities and YouTuber stuff out of the way, let's jump back into the video. So then now that we've considered all the summers and we've decided on soft summer here, we're going to take your picture here that you sent me, the original, and we're just going to take some of these pictures that you sent and we're going to watch this really quickly. Okay, so here we go. I went to the website For You with 3 U's for this test. When I was going through, I had already done it before, I forgot to record. So I just took the examples I used on my Android phone and just transferred them over to the test on my iPad and recorded the screen from there. Did not realize the translation would be so different. So I'm very glad that I did it before using a Google translation, which usually is not the best. But as you can see here, I got her results and she turns out to be a cool result. And I'm going to go ahead and explain what that means to her in just a bit here. So while you guys are watching it on your screen, I'm just going to do us the favor of speeding through. So I took this little test here and I just did it the same way I did for me. And your face type, also known as calotype, would be considered the cool type. So that's kind of a pattern with you, I'm noticing. You are considered cool.
This is cool. Okay, I will tell my kids. It is in my DNA.
So with the cool type, there's a little bit here that is more elegant. Like I mentioned before, it's kind of more of a more mature face versus childish face because, like, I would say that I have a baby face just because nobody can pinpoint what my age is. However, I do have a more mature face. I just have rounded features.
Okay.
So you also are in the category of being more in that mature kind of facial structure.
Okay.
So with a cool face, as you can kind of see here, there's more of like structure, like your jaw and your cheekbones, and then of course there are other features like your eyebrows and your eyes, and all of these I took into consideration. I will say if you tried this at home, it's best to have a friend do this. I tried it once. I got the wrong results. I was totally convinced I was a soft elegant. I am not. I'm feminine. That is the category I am in. I had to do like a little AI test to figure that out because it could see the things that I was kind of like glossing over because it's kind of murky for yourself to choose what are you, what type are you. Like you have an idea of who you are, you have an idea of what your face looks like, and it's good to have someone who doesn't wear your face 24/7 to take a look and see what's going on.
True.
So with cool type, like I mentioned, it's elegant, it's more refined, it's more mature, and like you'll see that there are adjectives in here in translation that might not be, very like helpful, but it's giving like a couple of entertainers in the Japanese culture because again, this is a Japanese-based test that we're trying on foreigners to see if it works out. So with this, it just gives a couple of like more straight lines and more crisp and things like that. Work pretty well with how you would dress if you want to flatter specifically the cool style.
Okay.
Now, for you and for you at home, this is just a recommendation. It's not law. You don't have to go to the store and say, oh, that's a really cute skirt, but it's more girly than I'm supposed to wear. Like, if you like it, then you like it.
Right.
Just get it. But this is more like if it's a skirt that's super girly and there's one similar to it, but it has like maybe a little bit more crispness in the pleated instead of like the flounciness, maybe go for the pleated. And unless like you like how the flouncy one looks, or if you style it with something that kind of like gives it more of that coolness to it, like a blouse that's more crisp with a flowy skirt, and then you layer things that have like elements of little bits of this and little bits of that. So it works too. Like you can be cutesy but still have that like coolness about you, and like your accessories, like your jacket or something you put on your hair or your earrings or stuff like that.
Okay.
So from this, as I mentioned, we're gonna go ahead and say that your cowl type is cool, which is, I put here just some little bullets: cool, modern, elegant, masculine. And the masculine is more just like, I guess handsome would be a better translation.
Okay.
It's, you know.
Yeah.
So with that, we're going to do a little bit of experimenting and see how this actually works in the real world application, and see if it's helpful or if maybe I need to go and like tweak it a little bit, because again, I'm not an expert. And we're just going to have some fun going and reading her closet. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Bye. It is with, well, no, not a sad heart at all. With a joyful heart that I tell you I did not record this part of the video. It was very personal. We had a lot of fun doing it. We had a lot of double guessing ourselves, but we eventually went through the 4U skeletal diagnosis quiz, and we discovered that she is a type wave. This next portion of the video, though, gets very artistic, as we have, for the first time for your YouTube viewing eyes only, the loveliest of lovely producers that you can only find within Sarah's household, her daughter, Gabrielle M., the most exclusive of exclusive producers. And we are so happy to have had her film the outro. Round of applause, round of applause. Yes, yes, we are very glad. Now, prepare your eyeballs for art. Alright, so now we've had a chance to look at everything. We've got some clothes on. We've seen how things look. Now, I'm going to show you a gift that I've put together, and I hope you like it, and I hope that it helps you with everything that we've talked about. We had a little talk off camera as well to make sure that it's understood. Again, I'm going to put it out there. This is recommended, but it's not a golden rule. You don't have to follow it. It's not law. You're not going to go to fashion jail if you don't follow all of these. It's just to help make sure that you feel beautiful when you go shopping or when you look for things. So the gift that I'm giving to you today is I secretly put together a board, and I'm going to make you a collaborator on this board. Aww. And in this board, named aptly Sarah M., we are going to see all of the things that we talked about today are listed here. And because we just finished your body typing with the skeletal type analysis, we are going to add that to this board, and you can take this wherever you go on your Pinterest, and you can just look at it and you can see, oh, I'm a summer. So you'll look at your summer colors here. You'll see, oh, I'm a cool type. These are the things to avoid. These are the things that look great on me for shoes. These are the things that look great on me for styling, things like that. And you can just use this as a tool to help you in your shopping in your closet, or if you're shopping in a store and you really like something and you just want to make sure you can take it to the dressing room and like look at the things we talked about, like, is this a cool, is this a summer, is this true summer or light summer, or is it a little bit of soft autumn, soft summer, because and just use this as just a tool. And I'm going to add you as collaborator so you can look up things on your own, search for things that are maybe Western driven, or if you have a question, you're like, I really like this, and you put it in the board, it's like, Angelica, can you take a look at that for me? Does that match with all of this? And it just, so you don't have to do it alone, and you don't have to feel like overwhelmed. This is just like an idea board to help you kind of put it all together.
Well, thank you.
And this is going to be sent to your Pinterest account.
Okay.
And yeah. Or do you have any thoughts about all of this?
I'm just super grateful that you took the time as my friend, as my collaborator, my go-to. Thank you so much. I'm very, very pleased.
Oh, I'm glad you liked it, because really it could go any way. But I'm glad that you like this, and we're just gonna spend the rest of the time just hanging out, and we'll talk with you guys later. Thank you so much for staying tuned. If you want to see more things like this, tell me in the comments, and I'll see if any other friends want to maybe do this process with us, or if maybe one of you guys wants to do this. I don't know. Anything's possible. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you later.